Okay, let me paint you a picture. It's the first of the month, your card gets pinged, and there it goes again. $200, gone before you even had your coffee. That's what a top-tier AI plan costs right now. ChatGPT Pro sits at $200 a month. Claude's Max plans top out at, you guessed it, $200 a month. And if you're anything like me, you signed up thinking that it would be a quick little experiment, and now it's just a bill, a permanent, recurring, never-ending bill. So today I'm gonna show you 10 little machines, these AI boxes, that take the number and drag it down to almost nothing. A few of them cost less than a single month of that subscription, and real quick before we dive in, do me a quick favor and tap subscribe because I dig into this hardware so you don't have to burn cash finding out what exactly works. Trust me, by box number 1, you'll be glad you stuck around. Let's get into it. Here's the basic idea, and it's simpler than the marketing bills make it sound. These boxes run on the AI model right there on your desk, locally using free open models like Llama, Qwen, and DeepSeek. No internet round trip, no per token fee, no data leaving your house. The magic ingredient is memory, specifically unified memory, where your system RAM doubles as the AI workspace. More memory means a bigger, smarter model, and the thing that decides how fast it feels isn't raw power, it's memory bandwidth. Keep that phase handy, it comes up a lot. Now, the money part. $200 a month is a $2,400 a year, so a $1,500 box pays for itself in about 7 months, and that just keeps saving you money for years. Even with a few bucks of electricity, the math is still kind of ridiculous. Okay, enough of me yapping, it's time for the countdown. Number 10, the Raspberry Pi 5. We start tiny, and I mean really tiny. The Raspberry Pi 5 is a credit card sized computer you can grab as a full kit for well under $200. I won't lie to you and say it replaces your max plan, because it certainly doesn't. With 8 gigs of RAM, you're stuck with small models running on the CPU, and it's very slow. But here's what made the list. It's the friendliest possible way to dip your toe in. You install a tool called Llama, put a small model, and minutes later you've got a private little chatbot with 0 subscription attached. As the first taste of running this stuff yourself, the Pi is genuinely lovely. Just treat it as a learning toy, not a workhorse. Number 9, the Intel N150 Mini PC. Step up a rung and you hit the budget mini PC crowd, usually built around Intel's little N100 or the newer N150 chip. These run about $150 to $250, and they're the quiet workhorses of the scene. They sip power, they're really silent, and with enough RAM, they'll run 7 billion parameter models on the CPU. Fast? Not really. You'll get a few tokens a second, but for summarizing documents, answering questions, or a home assistant that never phones home, it's completely usable. I love these as an always-on box you tuck behind your monitor and forget about it. For the price of 1 month of Pro, you own the hardware forever. Number 8, the Minis Forum UM890 Pro. Now it gets interesting. The Minis Forum UM890 Pro runs on AMD Ryzen 8 945HS, and this is where AMD's unified memory trick starts to shine. You'll find it bare bones around $480, and then you add your own RAM and storage. The clever bit here is that the system memory feeds the built-in graphics directly with almost no overhead, so an 8 billion parameter model runs at a genuinely pleasant 10 to 15 tokens a second. That's fast enough to feel like a real conversation. Straight talk, RAM prices have gone a little crazy lately, so budget extra for the memory. Even so, this is the first box I'd fully trust for daily writing and coding help. It's where cheap stops feeling like a compromise. Number 7, the Beelink SCR9 Pro. The Beelink SCR9 Pro lands around $730, and it's the okay I'm serious now box. Same recipe, a capable AMD chip with the fast unified memory, just with more headroom. This one runs 7 to 13 billion parameter models comfortably, which is the sweet spot for a coding assistant that keeps up with you and the chat that never stutters. What I love about Beelink is how boringly reliable these things are. Set it up once, it runs cool and quiet, and it just works. At this price, you've spent less than 4 months of a $200 plan, and after that, it's pure savings. For a lot of folks, this is honestly where I'd say stop shopping. Number 6, the Mac Mini M4 Pro. If you live in the Apple world, the Mac Mini M4 Pro is a beautiful little cheat code. Spec it with enough unified memory and it runs a 70 billion parameter model at around 10 to 15 tokens a second, which 2 years ago needed a dedicated server. Prices land roughly between $1,400 and $2,300 depending on memory. What makes the Mac special isn't just the speed, it's the whole package. Apple's MLX software is beautifully tuned, so setup is smooth, it's whisper quiet, and it barely touches your power bill, and we're talking 20 to 30 watts under load. My one gripe is the ceiling, and you max out at 64 gigs, but inside that limit, there is the most polished, hassle-free box here, and I adore it. Number 5, the Minis Forum AI X1 Pro. Here's a value pick people sleep on. The Minis Forum AI X1 Pro, built on the Ryzen AI 9HX470, sits around $1,360. It's a mid-flagship, so you get most of the good stuff without flagship money. With 32 gigs, you're comfortably running solid mid-size models for writing, research, and code, and with a bit more pep than the older generation. Quick mythbuster while we're here though, because the marketing loves to shout about it. The NPU, that neural chip that they advertise, does almost nothing for running chat models today. No major tool uses for it yet, the graphics side does the real work. So don't pay extra chasing TOPS numbers. This box gives you the parts that actually matter. Number 4, the Framework Desktop. Now we hit the big leagues and the 128 gig club. The Framework Desktop uses AMD's Ryzen AI Max Plus 395 that is nicknamed Strix Halo, and it was built on purpose for exactly this. It launched at $1,999 and pushed a 70 billion parameter model at over 20 tokens a second, which feels fast and fluid. What I respect here is the philosophy. It's repairable, upgradable, and open. It's the anti-throwaway machine. Real talk though, thanks to the global RAM price spike, the loaded versions have climbed well past the launch price, so shop carefully. But the core idea is gorgeous. A proper, open local AI desktop that treats you like an adult. If you care about truly owning your setup, this is your box. Number 3, the Beelink GTR9 Pro. Take that same Strix Halo brain and point it at home server people and you get boxes like the Beelink GTR9 Pro, hovering around $2,000, or its cousin, the Minis Forum MSS1 Max. Same 128 gigs, same ability to hold a 70 billion parameter model with room to spare, but now with extras that matter if this is the heart of your setup. Something like dual 10 gigabit networking so it can serve AI to every device in your house. Picture it, one quiet box in a closet and your laptop, your phone, and your partner's tablet all talking to your own private AI with no monthly fee for any of them. At that point, you haven't replaced one subscription, you've replaced a whole household of them. Number 2, the NVIDIA DGX Spark. Okay, the flex. The NVIDIA DGX Spark is a genuine personal AI supercomputer, roughly the size of a Mac Mini, built onto NVIDIA's Grace Blackwell chip with a full 128 gigs of unified memory. It runs models up to 200 billion parameters and speaks CUDA natively, the language nearly every AI tool grew up on. Depending on the version, it runs from about $4,000 to $4,700 $1,500. It is, no question, the most capable box on the list, and yet, my honest take, for simply killing a $200 bill, it's overkill. It's really a developer's prototyping machine that happens to fit on a desk. If you fine-tune models or build your own AI tools, it's a dream, and if you just want the bill gone, you're paying for power you won't touch. Glorious, but be honest with yourself. Number 1, the GMKtec EVO-X2. And my number 1, the box that I'd actually hand over my own money for, the GMKtec EVO-X2. It's got the exact same Strix Halo chip and 128 gigs of unified memory as those pricey machines, but it starts around $1,500. $1,500. For that, you're running 70 billion parameter models right on your desk at speeds that trade blows with $4,000 DGX Spark on everyday chatting, because on those tasks, they're both limited by memory bandwidth anyway. That's the punchline of this whole video. You do not need to spend the most to get the result. $1,500 against a $2,400 yearly subscription means the thing pays for itself before the year is even out, and then it just keeps giving. It's the smartest value in local AI right now, full stop, and this is the one that I'd buy. So, there's your 10, and here's what I really want you to walk away with. That $200 monthly bill is not a law in nature, it's a choice. Somewhere on the list there's a box for you, whether it's a $150 PI to mess with this weekend or a $1,500 EVO-X2 that quietly retires your subscription for good. You buy the hardware once, and the intelligence just lives in your house after that. No meter running. No card getting pinged on the first. I find that genuinely exciting, and I think a year from now, a lot more of us are gonna run our own AI this way. If this saved you some money, or even if it just got your gears running, do me a solid and smash that like button, because it helps the channel way more than you think. And if you're not subscribed yet, come on, you made it this far. Tap that subscribe button and stick around, because hands-on builds and speed tests for these exact boxes are coming up next. I'll see you in that one. Until then, take care.